So carb-heavy diets produce the least sexy scents. Alcohol made you reek of stale booze through sweat and breath. But in one study, they found that beer did make you more attractive, but only
to fat chicks?
To mosquitoes.
Shit, okay. You should probably edit that. I don't know.
No way.
Look, that was my experience.
Recorded live from Studio 12A in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. You're listening to the Josh and Friends Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Josh and Friends Podcast. I am your host. My name is Josh. And this week, the show welcomes back Mr. Lee Olson. And we have a number of different topics to discuss, including the latest trailer for the new Michael Jackson biopic was released. We'll be giving our initial thoughts on that project. We'll also learn the key to longevity and which foods are most attractive to the opposite sex when we sweat them out of our bodies. And in honor of the new book, This Angry Pen of Mine, we'll be selecting our top 3 favorite songs by 90s frontman Layne Staley. So stick around for these topics and more, and help me welcome back to the program for the 150th episode. He is my old pal, the one and only, Mr. Lee Olson. Woo! Lee Olson! Welcome, buddy. How you been, man?
I'm good, dude. How have you been?
Marginally decent. Marginally decent.
Marginally decent, better than marginally bad.
That's
really
true.
Bad.
That's true. You drinking anything tonight?
Yeah, I got a Tito.
Ooh,
Tito in my
nice.
Mariners cup.
Nice. Backed by popular demand. Tito.
Right? I mean, look, I listen to the fans. I know I'm dull when I'm not drunk. It's fine.
Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
My personality comes out of a bottle. It's fine.
Great. Now we're like creating raging alcoholics. That's fantastic.
Well, isn't that what all media does? Think they fucking eat dinner? No, they just drink and do coke.
Guess you made a point, man.
Media isn't for health.
You know, they stopped selling my I've been drinking these sugar-free margaritas. You know, like the sugar-free mix, right? Mm-hmm. And they stopped selling. I hate when like companies discontinue, or maybe stores discontinue a product.
Right.
And that's what they did to me, and I'm pissed. They're like, you can buy it online, $26 a bottle, and I'm like, all right, I'll just find a new bottle.
That sucks that it's that much, but also, I mean, we're getting pretty close to no stores carrying anything, right? All gonna be online.
It's gonna be like Russia back in the 80s.
No, I think it's gonna be like Amazon, just delivering everything.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
I don't think we're going. Like, I think stores in the near future, are not even going to be walking around with a cart. You're going to go and sit down in like a little kiosk, a little booth, and like push the buttons for the shit that you want, and then the robots in the back will like compile it, and then they'll just have it in a little package for you to wheel out to your car.
Well, I wish Amazon sold my drink, but it doesn't. So maybe.
I mean, what drink is it, buddy? Let's give it a plug. Let's see if we can get this thing going. Maybe we can fucking GameStop this shit. So
it's called La Paz, no sugar, and it's fantastic. I've tried, I don't know, 10, 15 different kinds of like most of the no sugars are just unbearably bad. Like you'd never drink one again. Like if you
okay, sure.
But I kept just trying them because I was like, you know what, like that's part of the
you really want to fucking get drunk on a margarita, goddammit.
Exactly.
But you don't want the calories.
Exactly. So what I would do is I would mix this in with, some sort of tequila.
Yeah.
And then I would put in a couple slices of lime, and it's fantastic. So
wow.
But no more. At least well,
let's bring it back, man. La Paz.
Future.
Let's pump the shit out of this. La Paz, zero sugar. Is it a margarita mix, like a bottled margarita mix? Okay. Are there any special flavors or just original? There's
the regular, just the regular full flavored, as I like to call it, and then there's the no sugar one, right?
But no sugar. There aren't like different flavors of no sugar.
Oh,
it's
no.
It's La Paz no sugar margarita mix. That's what we're going after.
Yep.
Do they still have the La Paz full sugar one? They just stopped doing the no sugar?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, but that one was basically they marked it like half off. So I was like, I might as well just buy this. I'll buy this. And
right.
so yeah, that's where I am right now. Anyway.
I mean, hey, maybe it's time to reach out to the, diabetic and keto community and say, hey, you guys like to get drunk too. Let's bring this shit back.
Right. Exactly. Can a guy get drunk?
This will be your first alcohol sponsor.
Right.
Or is it? That's not even alcohol, right? It's like alcohol adjacent.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's not one of the pre-mixed ones. Yeah, definitely no.
I think you should reach out to La Paz and say, hey, I'd like to pump your product on my podcast.
I mean, I've never seen an advertisement for them.
Maybe that's why they pulled it. Nobody knows about it.
Right, exactly. I remember I told Eric, I go, hey, Eric, make sure when you come over, because he was like, hey, you guys need anything? I'm at the store. And I go, if you have, can you bring some margarita mix? So he brought over this one time, like the pre-mixed margarita.
Oh, yeah, the one with...
So basically we were going to one of Zoe's soccer games, so I mixed it, and I mixed it in with alcohol.
Hold on. You skipped over that. You're going to a teenager soccer game, so you're getting hammered.
Well,
okay. I just wanted to make sure that's clear to everybody. Zoe is not a professional soccer player.
Yeah,
she's like 15.
But Lee, I mean that's how I'm going to this game.
No, that's
right?
That's how all adults are doing that. I'm not saying it's weird. I'm just saying we need to make sure the audience understands what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. So
you're getting drunk at a scholastic event.
Well, so check this out, Lee. I'm making some drinks and stuff like that. We brought some beers too, and like we're gonna.
Well, sure, as one. Yeah. Sure. Sneak them in. Those are in Jen's purse.
Right. Yeah. So it was funny. We're sitting there, and I'm like, is anybody else like super dizzy? Like I'm like I'm kind of dizzy, and they're like, Jen's like, I'm massively dizzy, and I go, what is going on? And so we're coming back. Right, we're not. We've only had a couple. We're just at the thing. So we come back.
Sure, because youth soccer games are only 90 minutes.
Well, I'm not sitting there pouring
soccer.
Yeah, I'm not sitting there like pouring these. But we come back, and Eric had bought the pre-mixed fucking.
Oh, you
margarita.
You didn't know?
No.
It's pre-mixed?
No. So basically, I told him to get regular mix. Right.
Right.
So here we are. We're mixing. I'm mixing.
You're adding extra.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Shit. Okay.
So, and then Jen was like, I'm like really dizzy. And I'm like, this is weird. I've never felt like this after drinking. So we're drinking like double the alcohol. I'm like, thanks a lot, Eric.
Hold on.
Eric, of course, Eric's laughing his ass off. Right?
Did he know? Did he know? Did he try to do that? Or just...
I don't know if he did. He goes, I just picked up a bottle.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me that he'd be like, I'm going to get this and trick him with it. It's just he's probably watching you guys get drunk and be like, this is hilarious.
Well, yeah, and they're not really good at marking those. So like they can be like they can
look
be in
a
different section, but like they look the same, right?
Oh yeah.
So whatever.
Oh man, no, I think that's hilarious. And honestly, the sort of secret drunk probably feels different.
Right.
Like if you know you're about to get drunk, like you're prepared for it. If all of a sudden, if you're like, I should not be getting drunk right now, and you're like, whew.
Yeah, we shouldn't even feel buzzed.
Here.
Yeah, and then
something's happening here. This is.
Yeah, well, something's weird. You're like, this is weird. I'm kind of dizzy. There was like the only thing I could like explain. I was like, this is weird because like I'm not.
Sort of like the Four Loko thing, which we knew was going to be a drunk. We didn't know what it was going to be. The surprise was, holy shit, how weird it was. That's what you experienced when somebody substituted a preloaded fucking mix.
Man, boy, Eric was laughing so hard, man. I was like, this is not funny, Eric. He goes, oh, no, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I mean, as long as you guys didn't, drive home and hit anybody. I think it's fine.
Well, yeah. Exactly. Again, we only had like a couple, but I was like, wow, man. Maybe that's probably why.
A couple doubles or quadruples.
Yeah.
If you poured yourself doubles, you're... Sure. Huh?
Exactly. So, all right. So, Halloween was a couple weeks ago, and Jen and I, we went as, the legend of Ron Burgundy. And
pretty fantastic.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy. Here's what's going on in your world tonight. Looking good, San Diego. Cannonball!
Sure is mellow grazing in the grass. Grazing in the grass is a gas. Baby, can you dig? What a trip. Just watching as the world goes past. Grazing in the grass is a gas. Baby, can you dig? There are so many good things to see while grazing in the grass. Grazing in the grass is a gas. Baby, can you dig? Flowers will cut.
I love Scott.
Everything out of sight in the grass.
You guys always nail it.
Well, it was pretty fun, but like I think the thing that was more fun is like the thing that took the longest to find was I wanted to find a Baxter. I wanted to find the dog.
Right, yeah.
Right? And I was like, dude, I went to like 20 different places and like nobody was like, we kept ordering like dogs from Amazon. They come in these little packages like this, and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. So I had to go to this like this place called Savers. It's kind of like a Goodwill, and they had this dog, and like Lee, this dog, you flip it on in the bottom, and it's like it's doing like crazy stuff. You're like, whoa, this dog is like nuts, dude. It's like almost like having a dog.
Hey, Georgie, cutest little pup you ever did see. I said, hey, Georgie, Annie, listen to me. Just like a real pup, he's so alive. I say, hey, Georgie, high five. He's just like a real puppy. Hey, Georgie, let's dance. The cutest little pup you ever did see. I say, hey, Georgie, he takes a selfie. I love you, Georgie. Georgie obeys within 12 voice commands. The amazingly real puppy that loves to cuddle and get into trouble. No new batteries needed ever.
It was so funny, and we turned it on at the bar, and this guy goes, the guy that was like, hosting the karaoke, he's like, is that Baxter? And I go, oh yeah, it's Baxter. And he goes,
did he kick him? Did he drop kick him?
Well, guess what? Now this is happening.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
That's how I roll.
Yeah, right. He's like,
Just
I
dropped him
think I
off
said
the
that too. I was
overpass?
like, don't drop
Don't drop kick Baxter.
Yeah.
Don't you do it.
But it's funny because like, lately we just go to that bar. It's like that bar right next to our, that bar.
Yeah.
And,
is it not nameable?
Oh no, Bridget's last laugh.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I was still in the loop because it's been the same bar for a while.
It's been the same bar since before I moved here.
Yes.
But yeah, look, we always win there, so it's like we might as well go there.
Yeah.
And
you
it's
might as
better
well
than
get your drinks paid for.
Well, and also going to those like stupid Halloween parties where they have the block parties, where like they have like literal transformers like from Hollywood, and they're, like blowing fire and shit. You're like, all right, like this is not fun anymore.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Or guys on like 50-foot stilts, they're like walking around. I'm like, all right, like what is this? What are we doing here?
This goes back to like I feel like our A-Team thing was pretty elaborate with the van and the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And the only fucking costume we lost to was the most basic costume you could have ever done.
Oh, Ryan, yeah.
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 So like that's the opposite and the most amazing. That shows how amazing it is that like now people are like spending thousands of dollars to build fucking apparatus and fucking become robots and shit like that. Ryan still to this day would probably walk up on stage and win.
Right. Well, I always say like what the costume should either be funny or unique, right?
Yeah.
Like
or shocking.
Yeah, but
Ryan's was shock value.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was he was in a gorilla mask and that's it. Like gorilla mask and shorts
and body hair. Yeah,
body hair.
And body hair. Yeah.
Girls are petting him and shit.
Yeah.
And like
God, that's brilliant.
It was so
just
funny.
Brilliant.
And I
that's the most succinct joke ever. I love it.
And he had us like yelling for him. So
we did have us, but honestly, look, we had the whole room the whole night, and then we went up on stage and it was a lock for us. And then he walked up and fucking submarined us.
So hilarious. It was pretty funny.
Oh man.
But when I tell people about our costume, they're like, "Wait, you guys bought a van?" Go, oh yeah,
right?
We bought a van. Yeah,
we did. Yeah,
bought a van.
Yep.
But no, Lee. So you were talking about how you were thinking about possibly bringing back Halloween for Lee. So was that something you were really thinking about, or what?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's like, honestly, I just kind of have to be. I got to be near you guys for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like here. We're just so mellow, and like Jewel is actually way more into Halloween than I am. Like she dresses up every year and whatever. But like we're not going to parties. We're staying here. Like we stayed home for trick or treaters, and we had two, meaning one group that rang our doorbell and it was our neighbor.
Okay.
That's it. So like for me to get into it, I want to go do something, and generally with you guys, because that's where I get nutty. Like, she loves me, obviously, but she's going to be like,
you're like, oh, okay. God, we have fucking, like, Ebenezer Scrooge over here. No. So,
right. No, not really. I mean, just not.
You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, I guess I'll do it with a gun in my head.
If I'm working on a Halloween costume in July, she's going to have some questions.
No, remember, like, so I remember the follow-up to the A-Team. I wanted to do, and I wanted to do this so badly. I wanted to do Scooby-Doo. Now, Scooby-Doo's been done a million times.
Oh, right. We should have done the
Right?
van. Yeah.
Well, I didn't even think about that. Well, I mean, I guess I
Mystery Machine.
did think about that, but that was that's another project. But like, what I wanted to do, remember my idea was, so everyone's done Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's been done a million times, but if you have a new take on Scooby-Doo, so you find your two girls, you find Daphne and you find Velma, right?
Yep.
That's one thing. But then you have a Shaggy, and then you have a Fred. And I was like, I guess I'll be Fred. I mean, that's the least funny.
I guess I'll be the handsome guy.
No, but listen. So remember, oh shit, no. So the joke of this was I wanted you to be Velma.
Oh, right.
And remember, I wanted you to like have like a cigarette hanging out with like
right, and be just
like, kind of like your hair grown out, and you're like like kind of just a ridiculous like version, right?
Yeah.
And then the other one was I wanted Scooby to be Ryan, right?
Right.
So you just put on a Scooby mask and he walks around like he normally does. I
mean, that's brilliant, except I dodged a bullet with Mr. T because I did not do blackface. if I dress up as Velma with a fucking cigarette, today that's just trans.
Well, all right.
So am I making fun of a trans person then? This gets
I don't think so. I think that, like, Velma's pretty rough. She's a rough chick.
Look, I'm with you. I'm just saying, like, I think maybe that dodges a bullet. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's ahead of its time, the way a white Mr. T was. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that idea's flown away by now. It's I mean,
gone. Also, Scooby-Doo was 40 years ago, so.
Dude, I saw so many Scooby-Doos, dude. It's still on. I
mean, that shows you how shitty new shit is.
Yeah.
Like, everything is shitty because everybody's looking back to our era because everything now is shit.
So, dude, check this out. My brother had a unique costume. Did you see his?
I did. I don't remember what it was.
So let
me drink some more Tito's and see if I can remember.
He was a pothead.
Oh, that's right. I saw it. Yeah.
And he had the pot, and they had the like weed at the top, and he had lights in there.
Yeah.
So at the bar, it's like just like glowing. It was like super cool. And then it was funny because I found a stand up like a cardboard stand up of Willie Nelson, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, you got to be shitting me. So I was like,
perfect.
Well, picking this up.
Yep.
so that was great. And then Eric's like, he was at like a human dartboard, but it was funny because like then you had people throwing darts at him all night, like people throwing darts at him and shit. It's just kind of fun.
I like it. I miss Halloween. I don't know. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, I think we have more fun that we go to just a regular kind of bar and not like craziness, like just craziness.
Yeah. No, honestly, the cool thing for me with Halloween is doing it for people that don't expect it. Like, Halloween is cool, but like if you just pull up in honestly, we should have taken that van and dressed up as the A-Team on a random like Thursday night,
right?
Just driven around.
No, didn't we take it for like a?
We did.
We
go
took
around
it for a spin because you were like,
yeah,
you guys, we need to check out this speaker, and we were scaring the shit out of
yeah,
people.
We were, man, and like playing the A-Team
It was like the
theme out of
Blues
the
Brothers.
bullhorn on the.
We were just like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah,
like,
had the big horn on the roof. Yeah, it was rad. I don't know.
So ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah. But all right. So I saw that. So one of the things that I've seen recently, I've seen a few podcasts going away, and just, dude, and I don't blame people for stopping their podcasts because, dude, they said that like the ridiculousness of like how many podcasts there are now. It's ridiculous how many podcasts there are. Like there, back I started this podcast, or I started doing podcasting in 2018. Mm-hmm. And basically it was like what? Like Mark Maron, Adam Carolla, and Joe Rogan. Those are the only ones that like known
mainstream.
People. Yeah. And now it's like flooded with like everyone in like Hollywood, comedians, athletes.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like politicians and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. So like if you have any kind of like name recognition at all, you're going to get automatically like
a podcast.
Automatically.
Dude, the Hot Tua girl had immediately turned into a podcast.
Millions of listeners just right away or whatever it was. Yeah, exactly. But as we are sitting here today, this is the 150th podcast episode that we are recording right now.
I did not realize that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. But I was reading a stat that came out a couple of months ago. As of 2025, there are now over 5 million podcasts that are available to download. And it says that the study says that 90% of all podcasts don't make it past 3 episodes. 90%.
Wow.
And then it says
3?
Yeah, 90% don't make it past 3, right? And then it says, of the 10% who do make it past 3, 90% of those don't even make it past episode 20. And then it says, so essentially, 99% of all podcasts created fail. That's fucking nuts.
That is nuts.
Like,
and it's also awesome that it shows the durability of what you've done, and like what you're doing actually fucking works. Like talking to real people about real stories about real shit that is interesting.
I think
not like political or
yeah.
Topical or whatever, because I think that's what most people do is like, hey, let's talk about the news today, and it's like that's gone. You talk about it, it evaporates, it's gone. The stuff that we talk about, just sharing stories and sharing history and all that stuff, this is kind of closer to just the storytelling that families and friends did forever. I think it's awesome. That's why. I mean, like, well, I think that what also sets my show apart from everybody else is that the Hawaiian shirts.
What's that?
Hawaiian shirts?
Yep, the Hawaiian shirts. Let's start there.
Sure.
But also, like, I don't...
The fact that you keep letting me on?
Yeah, well, that's key. That's key to the success of this show. No, I don't care about making money. Like, a lot of people are like, I'm going to be a millionaire. And I'm like, really? Like...
Yeah.
Are you? I think you're going to make money doing this? Because and Lee and these people that create these podcasts, I don't think they realize how much work it is.
Oh no, they have no idea.
Massive.
Editing and setup and gear and
it's so much work. So they're probably like 2 episodes in, and they're like, holy shit, this is awful.
And then people are like, hey, come on, post every week. And you're like, fuck you, I got a job.
Yeah, post what? Like a 10-minute episode? Okay, right. I could record a bunch of episodes, like 10-minute episodes, and then if that counts.
I think that thing though you said where you don't care if you make money, I think that's actually the thing that turns out to be valuable, because we all sense it when we're being sold something, or when people aren't being authentic and they're just selling something because they want to make money. I'm not going to say that people can't be successful with that, but like the authenticity that comes with like, I don't care if I make money, like I'm doing this because it's fucking cool.
Yeah, except
that
for La Paz.
Thing resonates.
Except for La Paz, if you guys want to.
Well, but they're a business first. I mean, they like.
It's true.
I don't think they're putting out no sugar just because they want to. Maybe I'm telling you, we can AMC stock this shit, dudes. Like we can. Let's get a fucking push on La Paz no sugar.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm reaching out to him. I'm gonna reach out and see if we can get your sponsor. I'm gonna get this episode sponsored.
Thanks,
by
man.
La Paz. I'm gonna put a La Paz up my new old Earl Thomas jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm gonna get a La Paz zero sugar. Fucking. You can superimpose it by the time.
It is weird seeing like all these sporting, like it used to be just NASCAR, right? Like with all the advertising everywhere. Now it's like, what is that on the side?
Mariners have like the Nintendo Switch shit on their shoulder.
I'm like, what is on the side of their helmet? What is that?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. In the playoffs, it was all like Strauss, like work boots. Yeah,
so weird.
Fucking way to hit your target market.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, I couldn't imagine. I mean, the only thing I could see with this podcast is maybe doing it less, because it does take massive amounts of time, even for as little as I post these.
Oh man.
But I have
editing
so many,
all these episodes and
but I have so many other projects that I do, right? Like, so I want to make like, more kind of like,
porn.
I have all these old school like clips from the 90s and stuff that I can still post. I have like these travel videos that I make once in a while.
You are definitely the archivist for our entire social group. Like you have shit from so long ago that's really cool shit. Like some old Kingdom shit. Yeah. Like the thing you posted of Rick the Peanut Guy. Like
I was like, wait.
I showed that to Jewel and she's like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this, because there is nothing like it. You go on YouTube, you're not going to find anything.
We took a video camera into the game?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They let us bring a goddamn video camera into the game. We're like, wow. Like back in like, what, 2002 or something or whatever it was?
I mean, you got to remember the Mariners didn't give a shit if people recorded them because they sucked. Actually, in 2002, they did not. They were quite good.
And now, it doesn't even matter now. But back then it was unique, right? Like now everybody has a camera, right? Everybody has a
video
camera.
it's kind of pushing back the other way. So that interview we did today down at the ballpark, the guy mentioned like this technology is kind of cool because like one of the couples that he interviewed said the thing we liked most about it was that when that picture was taken, we were celebrating in the moment and everybody else had their phones out.
Oh, really?
I think you're and like in all of our pictures, all the pictures, no one's holding a phone up.
Wow.
Like, I think it's getting back to the point where people are like, put your fucking phone down and enjoy the moment.
I mean,
like, just
hopefully.
enjoy the moment. I think it is. I think it's pushing that way. And like, comedians joke about it. I forget which comedian said, I love going to concerts so I can watch the concert through the cell phone of the asshole in front of me.
Yeah, right, right. I saw this one guy at one of these concerts one time. Have you ever seen like a dude like with a goddamn like an entire fucking iPad? I saw someone holding up an iPad at a concert one time. I'm like, really, dude? Like now all I can see is like this giant iPad like in front of me.
Dude, also, man, okay, I'm going to go on a tangent here because the pushback against people talking on their speakerphones in fucking public is happening. It's starting to happen.
Good.
Dude, I was at the fucking grocery store 30 minutes before we got on this podcast. Some lady's fucking arguing with a dude on the phone at full speaker.
Isn't it weird that people just they don't care either? I'm like,
but like I don't understand what the fuck you're doing. Like, put it on whatever. I think courtesy is going to come back, if only because people have had enough of people being assholes.
Yeah,
maybe it won't.
Yeah, I think you're.
I don't know.
You're being very optimistic. This is very not Lee. This is very not Lee. You must be having a good week because you're very positive tonight. Very positive.
I'm probably just tired.
Lisa, how's your diet these days? Is it so? I know that you go back and forth. Like it's either all in or you're like all out, and I don't give a shit. And
yeah, I'm still kind of like that, but I'm not quite as all or nothing. Like, so I pushed real hard for my 50th birthday. Like I was working out 6 days a week and eating real well, just because I didn't want to enter my 50s, heavy or whatever.
You look fucking incredible, dude. You're like fucking ripped and shit, dude.
I was super satisfied with the result. I'm still working out mostly 6 days a week, but like a lot of mobility, a little less lifting. But the diet did fall off, but it isn't really all or nothing anymore. Like I just sort of allowed myself to enjoy popcorn and hot dogs at the game.
Nice.
And there were a lot of games. This year there were a lot of games. There was a lot of games. Like the Mariners season ended like 12 days ago.
Right.
We're in November. Like that's the first time that shit's happened. So like I had from the end of August all the way through September, all the way through October to sort of be like, hey, when the Mariners season ends, okay, I'll reel it in. And that's kind of where I'm at now. Like I'm starting to kind of reel it in. Didn't get too far out of bounds, but I didn't really gain any weight. Gained, I don't know, 5 pounds maybe.
Okay.
But it is weird when I eat salt and carbs and shit, my face blows up.
Well, Lee, there is a reason that I brought this up. There was a study out of the BBC that suggests that your diet can either make you smell sexy or disgusting.
Well, whatever diet I'm on, it's the fucking disgusting one.
Well, let's see. So the researchers, they said that everything that you eat actually affects the way that you smell to others, and the results they're pretty wild. So it says researchers had 42 men wear armpit pads for 12 hours after eating garlic, and then 82 women rated the scent. And it says that men who ate lots of garlic were rated significantly sexier. And one of the researchers said that they had to replicate this study 3 different times because they were so surprised with the results. So that's a weird one, right? Because like
hold on. But I think that might be psychological because the women know that they're smelling body scent, right?
It could be.
So therefore, the stronger whatever they're smelling is going to have a receptor to them. They're like, ooh, I really smell this dude. Instead of, I don't smell anything. Now, if they actually walked up to the dude and he smelled like garlic, do you think this study goes the same way? If they don't know that that's what the plan is?
I don't know. And
I'd
does
like
it,
to.
does it
I
work
need
the
more
other way
info.
too? Because like I remember like my ex like would eat like tons of garlic, and I'd be like, oh God, man, like
Oh no,
good
God,
Lord.
Yeah. No, like she'll warn me. Like, hey, I'm gonna eat garlic. I'm gonna smell like garlic. I'm like, I know. And it's not like, ooh, garlic.
Yeah,
fries.
right,
No,
right.
it's not. I think that's a psychological thing that happened during the study because they're like, hey, we're gonna have you smell these pads that we've got, and therefore they're pre loaded. Like, good. The more I smell, the sexier this is.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
they also found that men who ate more fruits and vegetables smelled more fruity and floral and sweet, and they rated them as more attractive. So carb-heavy diets produced the least sexy scents. Alcohol made you reek of stale booze through sweat and breath. But in one study, they found that beer did make you more attractive, but only
To fat chicks?
to mosquitoes.
Shit. Okay. You should probably edit that. I don't know.
No way.
Like, that was my experience. I don't know.
Okay, no, so
What do meat sticks attract?
oh God, I don't know. But so what it says, that Lee, it says, so to wrap this one up, it says the weirdest study that they found was that women who fasted for 48 hours had sexier armpits.
Hold on. So women who aren't eating much are sexier to men? Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to translate.
So they had sexier armpit sweat than women who
Wait, were the men who were evaluating it drunk on beer? Because that's going to affect the outcome too.
All right, so Lee, just to recap the findings.
Sure.
Garlic makes you smell hot. Vegetables
Sure.
help. Meat hurts, and apparently starving yourself works very well.
For women.
Yes.
And beer helps if you're the one evaluating the situation.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds like a fun study to
gosh.
participate in.
So Lee, how about some more health news? You want some more health news?
Sure. Alcohol on meat stick.
Man, I wonder how your armpits are going to smell after the show.
Oh,
You should ask Jewel.
I think that's fucking pointless.
Okay, so a new 80-year study from this year suggests that the key to longevity is not exactly what we've been told. So,
Wait, what have we been told?
well, it's not eating the healthiest. It's not staying the best in physical shape. It's not even genetics, although obviously these all play a role. But
Sure.
the study found that this is out of Harvard. This is out of Harvard, so you know it's semi-legit.
Oh, it must be legit. It's like, yeah.
But
anyway.
it suggests that the key to living a long, full life is lowered stress. So
I buy that.
it's all about having good low stress within relationships, whether it be your significant other, your family, your friends. I mean, I know I've I've dropped friends that are crazy and dramatic over the years. I think you know who I'm talking about. Oh, you motherfucker.
Well, and also just yeah, no. I totally agree with you that, like, stress, however it comes in, job stress, money stress, physical stress, yeah, that eats away at your life.
Yeah. Like, I mean, back in the day, all these like dudes that, I mean, with these high stress jobs, like, remember the old joke was like, well, women live like 10 years younger than
Right.
men, or 10 years longer
Because
than
dudes
men.
are fucking fighting oil fires and inventing NASA.
Right, it was wild. But so I don't know. I always think back to my grandpa, who, by the way, remember you said that I'm the one that always documents everything. When my grandpa died, they're like, "Hey Josh, so you want to make the video of grandpa?" And I'm like, God, it takes so long to do this. But I'm like, nobody else is gonna do it, right?
Yeah,
So
this is the consequence of competence. It's like at a job when you're good at it, and they're like, "Good news, you got more responsibility." And I'm like, "Do I get more pay?" And they're like, "No."
Okay, I'm like, I guess I have all the pictures, all the videos, all the like. I'm like, I guess, all right. And it would be one of those things where if I saw someone else make it, like if they gave it to some company,
oh, God,
I'd be like, this is horrible, right?
Yeah, you'd be like, they should have just let me do it.
Right. So yeah, but anyway, Grandpa Dub. I always think about like Grandpa Dub, and I'm like, you know what? He's the perfect example of this, right? Like he was never in the best physical shape. You know, he kind of like had kind of like a gut on him. Drank a stiff alcoholic drink every day, at least one every day. His diet was fairly decent, but it was nothing, to write home about. It wasn't anything special, right?
I mean, he lived in Wisconsin.
Lived in Wisconsin, very kind of like slower kind of life.
Meat and cheese and beer.
Well, he retired when he was 52. Retired.
Wow. Was he an educator?
No, he was he owned a Dairy Queen.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
He lived half of his life retired, right? So but here's the thing. Like he kept his mind super sharp. He was really sharp right up until the very end. They always say that. That's very important, right? And
go on.
And then, like you said, that the town's like, super small. There's not, anything crazy going on, and Wisconsin. So
I think that stress thing and just the idea of happiness. Like Brian and I talk about this all the time because, everybody wants to get to retirement and get to whatever. And it's like, well, if you completely burn your candle at both ends to get to retirement, did you actually gain anything? I don't know.
Well, yeah. And then, dude, like, so, and then you have like, so, I don't know, a couple of my uncles, they had retired, right? But then right after they retired, they died. So
right,
I was like,
because their job was, their purpose. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it has to be something in between. Like, Jewel said to me today when we were at the sports thing, she goes, I think our life is sports. And I was like, that's a pretty good argument.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I mean, if we're not like, if we're not going to the Mariners, we're going to the Seahawks, if we're not going to that, we're going to the Rain watch party. If we're not, like, we're going to sports all the time. Mm-hmm. I think having that sort of thing, all that doesn't center around, hey, what do you do for a living? I think it's good. I think it's healthy.
You always talk about how you don't have any hobbies. You have a hobby. It's going to sporting events. Isn't that a hobby? Or kind of?
Yeah, but if we're being honest, my hobby is doing what other people find interesting, and then I try to find interest in that.
Okay.
Baseball games a little different because I love baseball.
Yeah.
Everything else, I mean, like today, I wouldn't have gone to this thing without her. She nudged me into it. In fact, I was kind of annoyed that I wasn't going to go on camera. This Seattle Rain watch parties, come on, that's women's soccer.
Okay.
I do love sports. Turned out to be cool. We've been to a couple of those. And the Seattle Storm games, I participate more in what other people want to do. Still not my hobby. That said, it is enjoyable.
Yeah.
And low stress.
There you go. There you go. Well, Lee, something that my grandpa was not fond of, music. So let's get into music.
I'm glad you didn't leave that pregnant pause any longer because I was going to fill that in for his generation, but okay.
So this is a pretty wild story. For the first time in 35 years, there was not one song of the genre of rap that is in the Billboard 100 top 40 music charts. That's pretty wild. Like, I don't know.
Well, is that because they fragment the definition of rap now? Like, there is no rap. It's like trap and fucking house and, I don't know, like drill.
Basically, I think they're specifically talking about the Billboard Hot 100, right? So,
but like, what is rap? What is rap? Like,
right.
But are there any drill songs on there? Is what I'm saying. Is like, I don't fucking know.
I don't think so. So basically, and the charts, they change all the time. So
sure, could
be by the time this airs, there could be a rap song back in the charts. But the streak began with Biz Marquis's "Just a Friend" in 1990.
That was the first rap song on the.
That was the first rap song to hit the top 100 the top Billboard 100, and it ended with Kendrick Lamar and SZA's song "Luther" a couple weeks ago. If it was up to me, I wouldn't get it. And obviously, music tastes are shifting, but what else do you think could be the reason for this? Any ideas of what it could be?
I think AI. I don't think real music is happening much anymore. That's not true. Real music is happening, but I think people are increasingly looking to computers to sort of generate stuff, and that inherently looks backwards. So it takes the old stuff. People are indulging in old stuff now in new ways. I don't think they're necessarily interested in Kendrick Lamar or somebody else doing something else new. I think right now we're in a moment where it's like I am digging the Soundgarden AI funk covers.
Speak the rhythm on your own. Speak the rhythm all alone. Spoon man, oh man. I shot my love today. Would you cry for me? Yeah. Like old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Yeah, it gives me the butterflies, gives me away till I'm up on my feet again. I'm feeling outside, 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 outside. But the day I tried to win, I dangled from the power lines and let the martyrs stretch. Yeah.
Those are so fun.
They're so rad. You got horns. So I think we're in a weird moment here where I can't be the only one. I think a lot of the country and a lot of the world is sort of indulging in, let's look back at all the art that we have seen.
Because
for the
there's
last
so
50
much,
years.
right? There's so much to look back at.
It's a huge well.
Yeah.
And and by the way, it's a brand new genre, right? This genre of taking all these songs and all these artists and all these things that we knew before and doing them in different ways. That's brand new.
Yeah.
And so at least like you would have to run into like a weird cover band doing some random version of this, like Limp Bizkit redoing Faith
Right,
or something.
right.
Or but it would never really happen on a large scale. Now, from a computer, people can say, God, what would the day I tried to live sound like if we made it a fucking funk soul cover with horns?
Exactly. Remember, just as an example, that's a perfect example because remember back in the day when that group, the Gourds, came out?
Yeah.
With
Gin and juice.
And it was like, dude, this is amazing. Or
Right.
what's the other one? There's a couple examples of that. You know, like we're like it was a completely different, it's like a bluegrass version of a rap song, and it's like, dude, this works so well, it's so amazing. But now you just type it into AI, and
That's it.
Yep.
It used to be somebody had to have the actual creativity to think about it, then do it, then pull it off. That's why Limp Bizkit is only famous because they redid a George Michael song in a weird way.
right.
Now we have this moment in history where AI is brand new, at least in terms of like commercial availability, and we get to type in whatever the fuck we want, and I don't think anybody cares about current music from SZA or Kendrick Lamar at the moment.
Well, it did last a long time on the charts, but yeah. So I know that there's a lot of younger kids that are really getting into like older stuff, and it's like you said, it's like there's so much music that even I go back and I was like, who is this? This came out in like 1975. Like I've never even heard this. This is awesome. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like all these different. It's like discovering something new.
It totally is.
That was already
Yeah.
released many years ago. And a lot of these, there was like that. Who's that singer? Is it the Paramore singer? Like her grandpa
Haley.
or something? I think it was her grandpa like recorded some like yacht rock like style music, but it was like never released. And she went back and got the tapes and re-released it. And it was amazing. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Even my dad was like, this is good stuff right here. I like this. It's good
Awesome.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's stuff like that. But there's just miles and miles of music that
it's
that
all
you can listen to.
and it's all there for the taking now. So like in the past, you used to have a huge collection, or a radio station had a collection, or like it was never really available. Maybe that's what we're experiencing now, is that the catalog, the complete catalog, is pretty much available to all of us at all times. And so maybe people are like, whoa, I don't really need what's new. I can go back and look at literally any time.
Yeah. So there was I don't know if you saw this, last week they released a new trailer for the, it's like a Michael Jackson biopic.
This is your story.
your past
So you wanna be starting something.
and embrace the future. That's what people want.
First off, are you excited? Are you excited about
No.
the Michael Jackson biopic?
No.
They've already done this. Like, I don't know how many times, but
I still haven't watched any of them. I probably should. I know some of them are good.
are you just talking about like just biopics of like newer, like all
No,
these-
just Michael Jackson.
Oh,
I love
whatever.
biopics. I just haven't
mean-
watched, like, for some reason I haven't watched the Michael Jackson ones, but biopics I love.
All right. Okay. So, first off, the one thing that caught me was, there was this, I don't know how long the trailer was, either like a minute and a half or something like that. But there's this one part, Lee. Okay. This biopics are really cool because it does expose a new generation to like, this music that was so big back in the day. And Michael Jackson was, he was like the Elvis of our generation. Like,
Oh,
you know what I
100%.
mean? Like,
Yeah, he was the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
No contest.
One of the most recognizable people in the world,
Yeah.
like period, right? So
Absolutely.
like,
Right.
so, and it's hard to even, I don't know if you could even, I don't even know
There
if you
will
could
never be
explain that.
another. There will never be another because
No.
of the fragmentation of
Yeah.
like we only had a couple of options for our
Yes.
media, and all the media agreed on a few things every once in a while, and they all agreed on him.
Yeah, it's the whole, everything's different. There's no way it can be like that. But one thing that stood out to me when watching that little trailer was that there's a small clip of him in the studio, and he's clearly wearing this big prosthetic nose, and I'm like, okay,
What?
Okay, you need
What?
to. Lee, I need to almost hold on. I'm gonna show you this so you got to see this. I'm gonna send this to you.
you'll put it up on the screen
Yes.
for the audience, but like
So
for me.
check. You got to see how bad this is, Lee. Watch. I'm going to send this to you. When you see this, it's like, how did this make it? How did this make it in the movie? All right, here.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Is that a joke? Like it, Lee. There's no way on earth that looks like a real nose in any world, right?
No, he looks like Smokey Robinson.
It looks so bad, right? So, my question is, if a random guy sees this, like me, and says that's a prosthetic nose, like how does it get through in the movie? Like, I don't even understand. Like, how does that make it in the movie?
I can answer that. You saw Michael Jackson for like in real time.
Yeah.
You saw him for real, like you saw the evolution. The people who are editing these movies did not. They are 25.
Okay, that's good. That's
So
a
like,
good point.
if you were making a fucking video about fucking Dwight Eisenhower and there was a frame of him with a fake nose, would you catch it?
Yeah, but there's millions of pictures of Michael
No,
Jackson.
I know, but
right?
like,
And
but
videos.
would your brain catch like, oh, Dwight Eisenhower? Like, it's something before your time.
Well,
Way
I'll
before
tell you
your
this.
time.
I'll tell you this.
I agree that looks ridiculous to us, but like,
I've
I think
certainly
we have
seen-
the benefit of only seeing Michael Jackson with his 9 noses that we are aware of.
Well, Lee, what I have seen is the Humpty Dance, and that's what I see when I see that picture. I
Oh,
see the Humpty
100%.
Dance.
100%. Yes.
I see
Yeah.
Digital Underground with the fake nose, and it's funny because, like, I know what they're doing because obviously they need to make his nose smaller looking in other scenes, right? So like, but his nose was not like a big giant like honker nose. It was like wider, right? It was like
No, it totally is. But also, I think a lot of the things that you and I like. This is me as a driver using I notice a lot when I drive.
Yeah,
I cannot expect others to do that. And when they don't, I get frustrated. I think it's the same there. You are frustrated because people don't notice that nose that is clearly prosthetic.
I mean, maybe people do, but
Some do.
I don't know.
Just
But-
not the editors. And the
like,
editors
the people
just
that are
focused
making
on
the
other shit.
movie, the special effects people.
Look, this is how I feel about people driving. You're literally piloting a 4,000-pound weapon. You don't fucking see me coming. Lady, you don't see me fucking right here going through a green light? The answer is no, she does not. So it's up to me to fucking avoid her.
Yeah.
So I get your frustration. I do.
I don't know.
I would have
It's
noticed
just-
that.
look,
It's ridiculous. And
It's not
I
that
hate it.
big of a deal for me. It's just like, it's weird that would
People are bad at their jobs.
that would be
Just get over it. It's going to get worse.
Oh, so bad. Anyway, in other music news, I sent you the story about the new book about Alice in Chains frontman Layne Staley.
I'm going to have to read that.
It was released last week, and it includes personal journals, poetry, lyrics, artwork, and it also features a foreword written by his mom and numerous memories from fellow musicians. So, it sounds like kind of like the Kurt Cobain journals.
Mm-hmm.
That was fascinating to thumb through that sucker back in the day. That was interesting.
Yeah. Well, and I read or listened to Total Fucking Godhead, the Chris Cornell book. I think it's really cool that they're going back and looking at this whole era. I'm looking forward to listening to this. I listen to all my books. I can't read them.
Yeah. Well, most people, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm sure it'll sound similar, which is these were just a bunch of kids that were doing their own thing. And unlike some other sort of musical, I don't know, genres or whatever that turned into something, these guys never sought it. None of them ever did. They weren't seeking anything.
Well, and they certainly didn't expect it. They're playing small clubs
landed
in Seattle.
Yeah, it landed on them.
Yeah.
And like Total Fucking Godhead was pretty much just a book talking about how goofy these kids were and how spiteful they were, and like all the songs and names and shit were just them making jokes or whatever, and they didn't realize how big this was. They just didn't. They didn't understand that they were the biggest bands in the world. Well, and then once they did realize it, that troubled them. They're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I thought we were fucking around here. And I think Layne Staley, like, you listen to Layne Staley, like, I'll be looking forward to this, but also it's going to be super sad because looking back on all his lyrics, they were all, like, I think we could all say it's a cry for help, right? Like, every one of them was him talking about killing himself with drugs.
Which is funny because, everybody that, I've noticed that, when people talk about Layne Staley, it's like, everyone that knew him said he was like really fun. He was like very personable. He's like actually like I always think back to that. What was that Action Park? Remember that Headbangers Ball where when they went to Action Park and they're all goofing around and stuff. And it was like great.
Explain your wardrobe, your motif. Well, we take a day at the water park very serious. We don't mess around. See this thing right here? Layne's gonna go fishing here. You're not supposed to do it. The funny thing is go. The funny thing is that when he casts in the fish are actually going for oh no, he got a fish. Layne is in here stark naked, ladies and gentlemen. We've had to put the tubes on because he's running around frightening the children completely stark naked. Should we take another tube off? You want to see what he looks like? Let's take one off. Ladies and gentlemen, for a quarter you can see Layne naked. You can take a tube and see Layne naked. That man with the bright red hat, Layne Staley, lead vocalist of Alice in Chains, going quite fast as we go into video number 1. Watch. How do you feel, Layne? Didn't it clean out your system?
You need a good colon cleansing every once in a while.
And everybody up there got to see a little bit more of Layne than they expected.
I'd say my fig is puckered right now.
We may be doing a lot of censoring on tonight's show, but then again, maybe not.
I was like, man, I remember seeing that. I was like, dude, I want to hang out with these guys. They were like so fun. But it's like, yeah, then shit got real. Like he kept going in and out of, drug rehab and stuff. And he it got real dark. But it is funny because like a lot of comedians and musicians can really mask what they're really going through.
Oh, right? And I think the part with art in general, most artists are going through shit, and that's how they put it out to the world. It's only weird and then it becomes a commercial success. It's actually weirder to them that it becomes a commercial success because probably they're just putting their shit out there because they have to. Like, they have to put the shit out. Like, Layne Staley was not writing music for you or me or anybody else. He was writing it because he's like, is anyone going to notice that I'm fucking literally dying here?
So bad.
You guys, I put out 4 albums that say I'm fucking dying. Is anybody going to fucking help?
There's a in that time frame too. It was such a perfect time frame because you really didn't hear people talking singing about stuff like that with Layne Staley and Chris Cornell, like really dark stuff. But right before that, it was like just unskinny bop and all these like fun
highly
songs.
Produced and yep.
And you're like, and then it's like really crunchy dark guitars and these lyrics. They're like, what the hell? Holy moly, this is crazy stuff.
Well, and it is weird that like when you connect artists like art with a real thing, like a real world thing, because some art is just people getting it out because that's what they want to do, it's their hobby, it's whatever, and then they get it out and then they're fine. Some art is like, holy shit, this is who I am, and can somebody please pay attention?
Yeah. It's just a constant screaming for help.
Yeah, and Layne Staley, I think we could put him in that category.
Yeah.
Like, holy. Yeah. Now that said, how do you help somebody?
But he was
like, we don't have an answer to that. But
well, he was singing about that stuff, but he was definitely aware of like how fucked up shit was.
100%.
Like,
yeah. Well, and then there's the forces
kind of scary
that
listening
normal
to it.
humans normal humans don't even have to go through, which is, okay, all the people around him may even see it, and they're like, fuck, we want to help him, but if we help him, this fucking train stops.
Yeah.
Like you and I would never have to worry about that. Like regular people don't have to worry about like, oh, if I turn this off, we lose, $300 million.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure of that, like Chris Farley, I have to keep being funny or else. Layne Staley, maybe this is why I have to keep being fucked up, is because everything around me relies on me writing these lyrics that are based on me being fucked up. If I'm super happy fun guy, nobody's going to buy this record.
Yeah, a lot of those rock stars, they don't make it out. Like there's very few Joe Walshes out there.
Yeah.
Most people end up like John Bonham.
Yeah, or Bon Scott, or people who like. Yep. I mean, Bon Scott was crying for help. Like he's talking about drinking himself to death. Guess what?
Yeah.
So
Lee, I thought because we are talking about Layne Staley and the new book, that we would provide our list of our top 3 Layne Staley compositions, and whether he wrote the lyrics or co-wrote the lyrics. I thought we'd put together our little list here. So hopefully you got to go through some of these and pick out your top 3. I had some runner up. So if you want me to go first, or do you want to do yours?
Yeah, go ahead and go first. I mean, I've got, this is going to be an impossible task.
I know, but like I was like, whatever, let's just do it. So all right. So we're just gonna read them off. We're not gonna go through the whole back and forth process here. So, my first tune is something that I did not give enough respect to back in the day at all. Like you had the CD, and I would listen to the one that they would play on the radio, but I did not ever listen to this song, which was "Wake Up" by Mad Season.
Wake up, young man, it's time to
wake up. It's fucking heartbreaking, right? He's begging himself.
Yeah.
To wake up. It's time to let this shit go. It's time to be an adult. It's time to let go of this drug addiction. It's time to, I don't know, man. Like,
it's so good. I was like, I was like, when we went back and we listened to those albums, was it me, you, and Ethan that did the 95? 95, I think it was.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Anyway, we went back and we listened to all these albums again, and I was like, holy moly, man, that is a crazy song. It was like so good. All right, so the next tune that I had is the one that got me into the band. It's the big one. It's kind of like their "Smells Like Teen Spirit" song.
Yep.
Which is "Man in the Box."
Totally.
Love "Man in the Box." I could not believe how awesome it was. I remember because it was so different, right? You like, again, we were talking about like how all the hair band stuff was big, and Sean Greenfield had that, and I was like, whoa. I go, can we listen to that again? And I kept listening to it over and over in his truck, and he's like, yeah, I don't care. It's Sean. Yeah, sure, right. Man. So Man in the Box, I just remember like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Like, it had to be, when I heard it had to be like 91, something like that.
Yep.
And then, something like that. And then my runner-ups I had, and like you said, it's like, all right, like these are my runner-ups, right? So
right.
I had Dirt, I had Love, Hate, Love, I had Again, I had River of Deceit, and then my number one is off one of the greatest EPs in history. The lyrics are so personal, the singing is so strong with the buildup of the strings.
Come on,
I Stay Away. So good. So good. I was like, oh god, it gives me chills.
Yeah,
it gives me chills. Yeah. I remember, it's funny, Lee, do you remember when we would go over the pass from Ellensburg into Seattle? You couldn't get KISW, but at a certain point when you get to the top of the pass, you can get the station, right? And I'd always turn it. Yeah. I was turning it right to KISW, and I remember it was dark and raining, and it was like, and that song was the first song that I was able to hear when that station came on. And I was just driving there, I'm looking at all the trees in the pass, I'm like, God, this song is so ridiculously good. It's like so good. And there's a lot of songs that sound better on the radio because of they have their compressors and stuff like that, where they make everything like evenly equal. Yeah. Yep. So, but anyway, that's what I had. Lee? What are your top songs?
I mean, again, this is fucking impossible. And it really depends on like how we're gauging this. Mm-hmm. If it's lyrical, that's a different thing for me. Yeah. If it's musical, if it's whatever. And for me, it became sort of an approach between what was Alice in Chains then for me compared to what is Alice in Chains for me now. Now, it is me looking at this poor young kid who is just begging for fucking anybody to pay attention and help him steer the ship.
He's in the 27 Club, right? Or no, he's not.
No, because he died.
Early 30s, right?
Yeah, but he basically put himself in that box at 27 and never came out. But like his in particular, like Kurt Cobain, all right, he was asking for help, whatever, but like he went out quick, like relatively. Yeah. Layne went out slowly, just everybody knew what he was doing. He was just killing himself with heroin. Like just doing that. So like my view now as a 50-year-old is way different, which is, God damn it. This wasn't clear enough for everyone, for all of us, for everybody who listened to this, for everybody who fucking bought a record, for everybody who did this. Shouldn't we all have just been saying, we got to get this guy some help?
I know.
But we can't. That's not how it works. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
right?
Just sometimes you can't. There's only so much you could do.
Well,
they put him in rehab. They put him in rehab a couple times,
and also
right?
people have to help themselves. Like you can't save anybody else. They have to save themselves. But like that's my view from 50-year-old. But I can't divorce that from the 20-year-old me, or the whatever that was listening to this shit and like was participating in it to the extent that I had similar angst. I was not into drugs or any of that sort of self-destruction, but like. So for me, I think I'm going to lean toward kind of the 20-year-old version with maybe a little bit of nostalgia or a little bit of like wisdom from 50. I mean, number 3 for me is fucking Love, Hate, Love. I think it's more about, honestly, they put out at the time a VHS tape of that entire performance. I think at the Moore. And it's all in black and white. It's literally just the live fucking show. And that song, I think it was from 1990. And that was the first time I remember, like Love, Hate, Love was the first song I remember thinking, who the fuck are these guys? It wasn't Man in the Box. Everybody else was Man in the Box. For me, it was Love, Hate, Love. And it was so dark and like sort of lost inside my sick head, and I live for you, but I'm not alive. Like that's that thing where I'm like, oh man, this dude is fucking aching for like whatever else.
His vocals are so insane in that song too.
Exactly, and in that live thing, there's no fucking help. It's him and a mic, and dude, when he's fucking ranging on that, holy shit! I recommend it. It's one of the best live performances anybody will ever see. Just watch that entire fucking thing. I think it's live at the Moore. But Love, Hate, Love. Oh, fuck, man. The lyrics, the composition, the whole thing. That's number 3 for me. And that was kind of the first thing for me with Alice in Chains. Like that was the first thing where I really latched on and went, oh shit, okay, these guys are cool. So Love, Hate, Love was definitely like on the list for me. Number 3. Number 2 is Rain When I Die off Dirt. Because it sort of reminded me of like where we lived and like the state that he was in. And he's like telling people, I think it's going to rain when I die. Like you guys are going to remember me when I die. And then being from Seattle and being in that whole grunge thing. And he was basically saying, hey, I'm hurting here. When I die, it's going to rain. Which sounds sad to anybody who comes from a place that doesn't rain. It's like, oh my God, it'll rain that day. That's crazy. But in Seattle, of course it's going to fucking rain. So, of course, Layne Staley, it will be raining when you die. But also, at that age, I just remember thinking, it's probably going to rain when most of us die.
Yeah.
Like, in Seattle, like, that's probably, like, and it's, you know, I'm young and full of angst and whatever. And, like, that song to me was kind of more real. Like, hey, you know, we're all facing our mortality, whatever. He was facing it more imminently than we were, and I think he knew it. But those lyrics to me stuck out. There are a million, I don't know, Alice in Chains songs that are honorable mention because I don't want to get to number one yet. But fuck, how do you pick? I mean, everything off of Dirt is fucking amazing, right? But super fucking aggressive sad, like aggressively sad, like sitting in an angry chair and fucking, you know, Junkhead and like Damn That River, like fucking all these songs, they're all fucking bitter and pissed off and sad. I don't know how you pick any of those for the top three. Everything off of Dirt belongs on my honorable mention list.
Dirt's fantastic.
And then Jar of Flies. Fuck, man. I mean, Rotten Apple. So fucking cool. Such an amazing song. Everything about what Layne Staley did, if you look at it in retrospect, is him saying, I take responsibility for it. I get it. I'm the fuck up. I'm the one. But the way it presented through his music and through everything that we saw was so artistic and so fucking amazing. And that actually leads me to number one. It's River. It has to be for me, River of Deceit.
Down, all down.
Great song.
I like even now, like it's a little emotional because like he knows that he's living in this lie that he can do things differently than he's doing, that his body and his mind are lying to him, and that he just can't find this way out. And for those of us that observe Layne Staley in kind of real time and watch this thing happen, and even if we weren't fully aware of it at the time, because we're all dealing with, like, you listen to music because it affects you, not because you're observing them. But all these years later, I mean, fuck. You know, you listen to River of Deceit. I probably listen to this song maybe once a week, like it comes up. And that first lyric, my pain is self-chosen. He knows that it's him. He knows that it's his responsibility to change, but he knows there are some things that are bigger than him, and he can't fucking beat it. And that's kind of, for me, it's everything that we're all about. Is like every struggle that we ever have is like, I know that most of this is me. I know that I have to deal with shit. I know that I have to figure it out. I know that it's on me. I know no one's coming to save me. And most of us make it through. Most of us figure it the fuck out. And then you see a dude like Layne Staley who's massively talented. Way more talented than you and I, right? In some really profound ways. And he couldn't find his way out. And he knew it. He saw it coming. He saw it in the moment. And most of us realize that in our lives. Like, oh shit, okay. I got to figure my shit out. Like, I might be fucked up. My parents might have fucked me up. Something might have fucked me up. Okay. But ultimately, I got to get it together. And most of us do. We figure it out. All right. So for me, though, number one has to be River of Deceit. It's the best song on the best album that Layne Staley ever did. And that says a lot because all of Alice in Chains stuff is amazing. But like that thing, I think when it came out, we all knew that was it for him. Right. Or maybe it's looking back. It's easy to see.
The three-legged, is it, what came out first?
I mean, there was more shit after that, but really, that was the end of his artistic fucking viability because the fucking Grind or whatever, that was terrible.
Yeah, it's not my favorite album, but there's some good songs.
He was barely there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Mad Season, that song, that album, that thing, I don't know. It was like this complete stripping exposition of who he was. Like this zero ego, total open, I'm the problem. Like, it's his problem. And nobody else is going to solve it for him. And it ended up killing him. You know, that's beautiful. Like, it sucks for him, but as an artist and as a person observing art, it's fucking awesome. Like, he knew it was going to kill him. He said it. He said he was the problem and he wishes he could solve it, but he didn't solve it. He didn't get it. And that song is so beautiful for that reason.
How awesome, though, is it that we got to experience Layne Staley, Chris Cornell, and they recorded all this awesome stuff for us to enjoy for many, many years. And I have mixed feelings about, you know, these guys are like, oh, fuck, man, like it sucks that they're gone, but they left behind so much great shit, right? Like, it's so awesome that we can go back and hear all this awesome stuff that these guys, this art, essentially, that these guys made for us. And that's like a lot of artists back in the day, whether it be anything, painting and, you know, music and television, movies, right?
100% true. And the fact that we got to live in that same time and space as them.
Right. Exactly.
Like, for us, it was extra real. It wasn't the Beatles from Liverpool. It was fucking Chris Cornell from our neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, we used to say, like, I used to always tell my dad, I'm like, hey, like, what was it like when, like, Sgt. Pepper came out, right?
Right.
But we know
that's
exactly, like, and we were in the city.
Yeah.
That it was coming out, like, you know,
at the exact time.
These albums were recorded right down the street from us.
Right. Yeah, it's
pretty wild.
We were so lucky, and we're so lucky now that we can look back on that. And I know every generation thinks their music is the best. We have a pretty good argument.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good argument.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Well, Lee, I think it's fitting that we end with Layne, just out of respect.
Yep.
Is there anything that you'd like to add?
Nah, man. We were super lucky to grow up where we did when we did with this art. It's unbelievable.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, I'll drink to that, and I need to fill up my drink because it is
mine too.
It's just ice now, so.
Mine too.
Well, hey, Lee, I want to thank you for coming on and celebrating my 150th episode.
Congrats,
awesome.
dude. Seriously, that's a big deal. 99% of the people don't make it that far. It's fucking awesome.
It's
big deal.
crazy.
And I really do feel honored that I'm on here all the time.
You're on the 100th episode, you're on the first episode, and you're on the 150th episode. So
I'd ask about the analytics to see which episodes are rated highest, but I don't think I want to know the answer. In any case, you're still on. I love it. It's rad. Thank you for doing it.
You bet, man. All right, well, for Lee Olson, I'm Josh, and as always, thank you for being a friend.
Awesome. Congrats on 150, dude.